So your fields are plowed and you've got your soil samples taken. What's next? Fertilizing? Not so fast. Welcome back, everybody. Driver 53 here, and we've got another video on precision farming with seasons. So in the last video, we took our soil samples and we plowed our field. So both of those are crucial to precision farming to maximize your yield. And they're items that you can do before the ground is ready to put seeds in there also. So anything that you can do to help you get a head start on that is an advantage to you. So what now? Well, if you play regular seasons or you play regular base game, you may think that fertilizer is next, but it's not, because you have to be very, very careful about how much fertilizer you put on the ground before it's time to harvest. And what I mean by that is if you go and you do fertilizer right now before you put lime on the ground, you're gonna maximize the amount of fertilizer that can go on that soil type. And I've made other videos on it before showing what happens if you have too much nitrogen in the ground. So we want to wait. You really want to wait until you know what crop you have, and really until after you even put that crop in the ground, and then you want to fertilize at the time of seeding or after. That way you don't get the negative benefit or the negative effects from the fertilizer. All right, so the next thing that we want to do now, because the ground is still too cold to be able to put seeds in it, is you're either going to want to put lime down or you want to cultivate. And me, I like to go ahead and get my lime out of the way. That way, whenever I cultivate, then I'm coming back and clearing it all off and the ground looks nice and prepared. It doesn't have the white layer over the top. And that's just a personal preference. But either one of these steps right now, you can do now. Any order. Like I said, I just like to get my lime out of the way first, so that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to take this John Deere 6250R over to the field, and I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that. Alright, we are in our field that we want to put lime in. And as you can see in the mini map down there, you've got a bunch of different colors. You got greens, yellows, almost an orange. You've got a light green, dark green. There's a lot going on there. So let me go ahead and take you over to the precision farming map really quickly right here. And you can see these are different soil types that we have. You've got sandy loam, loamy sand, you've got some loam, you've got some silty clay in there. It's just all over the place right now. But if we come over here to our pH, you can see these are all the different levels. And if we come down here, you can see we've got some 5.5, we've got some 5.75, we've got some 6, 625, and even 675 in here, or 650, sorry. And each one of these different soil types is going to take a different type, or a different amount of pH lime. So what we want to do, the best way to do this is to use an automatic setting. And the way that I'm going to make sure that I have my automatic setting on is I'm going to hold my left trigger. I'm on console, PlayStation, so it's L1 for me. And if you see the third option down says deactivate automatic application rate. If I do that, then I can adjust by using my analog sticks how much actually goes on the ground. And I don't want to do that. I want to do automatic because you can really get over really quickly on this, and then you start seeing some negative effects in your yield. So you want to make sure you're spot on. Easiest way to do this is just to leave automatic application rate on. Okay, so you can see that our menu over here on the left hand side is showing me that where I'm at right now is the red line on that sliding graph, okay, the color graph. And it's going to add 0.125 tons per hectare to get me to the preferred value, pH value. Okay, so if I turn on my tractor, and all I have to do is I'm going to do a worker on every bit of this. So I'm going to back up just a little bit, and I'm going to let a worker do this for me. They're going to be able to do it a lot better than I can, because if you kind of have spots where you're driving around and you don't get it right next to it or overlap a little bit and you leave a gap, then that spot is actually not going to have any lime in it at all, and then you're not getting your full benefit and your full yield in that section. So what I do, I'm just going to hit worker, let him go to town. Ooh, and I'm missing a little bit there on the outside. We'll come back and grab that. That should be okay. But as you can see, my chart just keeps moving around, right? It depends on what soil type I'm in, on what my target is, and then what the starting value is on where the red line is current, okay? All of these are going to be different. Like I said, we'll take a look at them here whenever we get done. And if you want a little bit better explanation, look through my playlist at ones that show the pH or the lime application. So once we get this done, I will come back and show you guys the results. Alright, so we got the lime put down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map real quick. So this is what our map looks like now. And as you can see, these are our soil types, and they match up perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. That automatic setting is amazing. Highly, highly recommend using it. So as you can see right here on our loam, which is our third one right here, but this is going to be our highest yield potential at 125%. That's the percentage that the bonus yield that precision farming gives us for this, as long as all the other conditions are right. So as long as you've got all of your fertilizer states proper, you've got your lime down proper, you've plowed proper, you don't have weeds in there, and everything germinates properly, that's going to be 125%. Well, germination is more on the season side. So the other things that I said, that is going to get you here. Weeds is on both sides. So, but what this is going to look like here is you've got 6.75, and that's going to be your loam. All right. You've got 6.5 is going to be your next best soil type at 100%, and that is going to be your sandy loam. So if we come back over here, you can see right here, sandy loam is the green. Next, we want to go to the black and take out silty clay. Silty clay is actually going to be 7.0. And then, last but not least, is 6.0 at loamy sand. So everything is right where it needs to be. We are absolutely, absolutely perfect on this. So you may be asking, well, what does cultivating have to do with seasons? Well, nothing. You're not going to get anything that's different in precision farming and seasons with cultivating that you would with just regular seasons by itself or precision farming by itself. But we still want to make sure we take care of this before we put seeds in the ground. And the reason I like to do this before, right after I plow and put lime down, is, you know, some of the pieces of equipment that I use aren't direct drills. So if you have a direct drill, you will be able to skip this step, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and do it because I like the gameplay aspect of it, and it's something that, you know, on most fields I'm going to want to do anyway. So we're going to go ahead and take this over to the field, and I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like after it's done. There's not a whole lot that we're going to get out of it, but after I get done with this, we'll come back, we'll do a review over these two steps here real quick, and see what's next. All right, everybody, we are cultivating, and man, that looks much better. So we're going to go and walk out here a little bit. I want to talk about when you're in your field with the field info. So as you can see here on the bottom right-hand screen, you can see that it's going to show you that you're in loamy sand. We are at perfect on our pH value, 6.0, 6.0. There is a little bit of nitrogen, but we're not going to talk about nitrogen right now. We're going to talk about nitrogen in the next video. And then we're also going to talk about what you see under that, the before previous and previous. We're going to talk about those too. We definitely are. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Like I said, there was nothing really about cultivating. I just wanted to get it done to end off this episode and to show you what this all says down here on the field info section. So we're sitting at 39 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So we might have to let it warm up a little bit. You guys might see me on day number 2 when we get a little bit more temperature in the ground so that we get some good germination. And like I said, we're going to go over all that in the next episode. So go ahead, come on back. But that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video or learned something today, go and give me a thumbs up if you would. If you want to be kept up to date on all my latest Precision Farming with Seasons videos, think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, hit the notification bell. Have a great day, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53, signing off.